Gary, in our last session, we talked about the importance of praying as a mentor. And in this session, we want to discuss the second part of that place principle, which is to listen, be a good listener. I came across a great verse, Proverbs 18:13. It says, "He who answers before listening is both stupid and rude." So let's talk a little bit in mentoring about stupid and rude.
Well, those definitely aren't the qualities of a good mentor. Here's a simple illustration that might help. As we look at any mentoring situation, our goal is to determine what the core issue or the struggle that a mentee might be having. Now, our job is to ask good questions and listen well in order to get to that point. Now, often our tendency is, as we get these initial information from a mentee, is to want to come in and fix it. We want to come up with our answers and we want to fix their problem. Now, while that may come from a pure heart and a good motive, it's simply not good, effective mentoring.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've done that before, and every time I do that, I think, oh, that was so stupid of me to speak before listening. I always feel bad about that because it does. It comes off as rude. The verse also says, in Proverbs 18:2, it says, "A fool is not interested in understanding, but only in sharing his own mind." And that's just rude when I do that to a person. They don't feel heard from me. Norman Wright discusses this in his book on communication. He writes, "We soon notice the people who really take us seriously and listen to what we have to say, and with them we tend to be more open with our lives than with the busy non-listener. We share what really matters, and thus, if you are such a listener, the chances are good that others will invite you as a guest into their lives." And I love that phrase. As a mentor, we want to be invited in as a guest into that mentee's life.
This is great. Hey, how long has it been since we've done this?
I don't know, man. It's just been way too long. We used to have guy time all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Oh, say, did you see that big game on
I
Sunday?
did. Did you see that catch? Man, that was awesome. But that defensive back, what was he thinking? He's going to be getting his walking papers this offseason.
It was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
Josh, did you see the game? What did you think?
No, I didn't. I don't know. Football really hasn't been much of a priority lately.
Man, I can't imagine what. Oh, that's right, the new baby. How's that working out?
It's okay, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of wish it came with an owner's manual.
Is it true what they say?
About what?
Oh, you know that she loses all interest in the romance department when the baby comes home?
Yeah, I guess that is true. I don't know. Things have really changed now that the baby's here.
How so?
Well, I don't know. It's just with the child. You know, she's the greatest thing. I just love the kid. It's complicated.
What does that mean?
Well,
What?
it's like Katie and I used to have all this time together. And we just hang out. You know, we used to connect and really, I'd come home after work and we just seem to be missing each other. We're in the same space, and I guess I just need to buck up and, do it.
Wait. It's Katie's fault, okay? Look, I'm going to blame Katie on this one. Yeah, she's a new mom, and that's great and everything, but she's been your wife for a lot longer than she's been a mom.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, man, don't guess. Look, she's got responsibilities as a wife, okay? She's got to take care of the man, and after all, you are the man. Look, I'd love to get into this with you, but I got to go. I'll catch you guys later. You take it easy.
That was nice seeing you, Chris.
See you later, Chris.
I don't know. I got to tell you, I can't necessarily agree with what Chris was saying there. I mean, whatever happens with you and Katie, it's not my place to place blame on you or her. But as a matter of fact, what's happening in your four walls, in your home, that's what's going on, and you're the one who knows about it. But I do want to say that I would like to be here to listen some more if you want to talk about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Scott. It really means a lot. I love Katie. I miss her. She just really.
Well, Jim, did you notice how Scott came alongside Josh in that video? He was connecting with him across the table, one-on-one. One of the things we want to avoid is speaking down to our mentees. If I'm speaking to you like this, don't you feel that speaking down, like I'm trying to teach you? And that is not a posture that a mentor should want to take.
Yeah, it's better to be right alongside that person. And I bet you've had in your life some men that have come alongside you as mentors. Think about those men. Were they good? Would you say they were good talkers or good listeners?
Well, they were definitely good listeners. And the best part about being a good listener is that you want to come back to that person time and time again. You want to hear what they have to say. I had one mentor, Merle, that mentored me for several years, both professionally and personally. And the thing I remember most about those conversations is that he listened to me. And I knew that because he would bring up conversations that we had maybe a week or 2 or 3 before that and come back and share things that might be encouraging to me or ways that he might challenge me.
Yeah, and I bet Merle established trust with you through that
He
process.
sure did.
Psychologists believe that trust is the single most important aspect of a communication climate. If I don't trust you, then any attempt on your part to actually build up the communication climate, to acknowledge what I'm doing, to meet my expectations, if I don't trust you, then I will look at you with suspicion that what you're trying to do is self-centered, that you're just simply trying to do this for your own benefit, and it actually won't do anything to build up the communication climate.
I think Tim's right. Trust is so important to communication and to a mentoring relationship. I've heard Paul David Tripp describe it as an entry point into the relationship. So as a mentor, when you're talking to that person, they're facing an issue. And we saw in that video, the young man Josh earlier, he was facing a newborn in his home and the stress that was bringing to his marriage. That's the issue. But what's really important to a mentor, at least early on, is how is Josh experiencing that? And if I can enter into that experience with Josh, he'll learn to trust me and I'll gain more access into his life.
And the best part of learning how to listen is it doesn't require a lot of training. And it also helps us to learn how to bear one another's burdens, to carry those burdens. Like Paul challenges us in Galatians 6:2, it says, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ.
I think another good reason to be a good listener as a mentor is because God listens to me. I've got a little booklet on loneliness. It says, we have a God who knows our every thought. He knows our words before they even reach our tongue, and yet he encourages us to talk to him. And when we do, he listens. If God cares enough to listen to us, how can we not care enough to listen to others?
And that's why listening is so important to mentoring.